Please welcome to the stage our next comedian tonight, Chris Bickhart.
How's it going? Good. It's the first time I've been in a comics store in like 20 years. I really like it here. I was standing out there and I felt a little weird though. Like I could feel my virginity just like coming back to me. I was looking at a Justice League comic and I was like, I'm starting to forget what a vagina feels like. I've recently realized that I'm not living my own life. I'm living a friend of mine's life, okay? Like, it's not mine at all. Like, all right, he starts doing stand-up comedy. I start doing stand-up comedy. He buys a Ford Fiesta. I buy a Ford Fiesta. So I'm like, dude, you've got to really work on getting this threesome happening. Anyone here, like, weigh themselves, like, on a semi-occasional, like, basis at all? Like, anybody at all? Anybody? All right, thank you. Do you masturbate before or after? Do you get how multiple choice works, Gary? I give you options, you pick those options. One of those options. That wasn't one of the options. Yeah, before. Okay, before. That's good. That's what I do now. I used to do it after. Like, I'd step on a scale and be like, oh, shit. This isn't what I wanted at all. And then, you know, I'd go get a Big Mac, not to eat, just to cry into. And then, you know, I'd come home, I'd jack off, and I'd take a nap. And that's just not a good way to live your life at all. So now I started doing it before, just like Gary. And it's like, because I look at it this way, I do it before, that's one less thing I got to take care of afterwards, because I'm probably going to be disappointed. And I figure, hey, might as well drop a couple of ounces before you step on that scale. Because, like, it's not a lot, but that could get me down from, like, the 250 range to the 240 range, and that is just enough. That's some adult shit, though. I'm starting to plan my life out a lot better. Like, because it's recently been brought to my attention that I'm an adult. I don't feel like an adult. I'm 24, I'll be 25 in a few months. I don't feel like this. I don't feel this age at all. A great example, I got into the fridge, got out a beer, and started drinking it, and I felt this paralyzing fear just sweep over me, like, oh my God, what if someone sees me doing this? I'm gonna get into trouble. And I had that fear for a solid 30 seconds before I was like, dude, you bought these. You're gonna be fine. I hate this thought, but, and another example though is I had to make a doctor's appointment. And I was talking to my mom about it, and I was like, yeah, you're gonna come along with me, aren't you? And she's like, for what? I was like, you know, to do what you normally do at the doctor. She's like, Chris, I'm not going to explain to the doctor how you got herpes, okay? I was like, Mom, no, that's not what I want you to do at all. You're completely missing the point. I don't want you to explain how I got herpes. I want you to explain that I have herpes. The doctor doesn't care how I got them. That is the last thing he's going to ask. The doctor's not going to come in like, so what's wrong with it? Oh, how did you do that? Which, by the way, that is the last time I'm using the toilet in that hooker's apartment building. Damn it. I've recently discovered that I'm a little envious of women. And not for like any big reason, because I know women have it way more difficult. I understand that. But they get to be a little bit more feminine than what men do, obviously. But, because like, you know how many times I've been out with my fiance? Yes, I'm engaged to a woman. And like, she just went up to a random person, oh my God, I love your shoes. Where did you get those? You know how many times that's happened? 0, but I've seen it on TV. It happens. I know it does. Like, every single, not every day, but most days, I'm standing at work, and a man will come walking behind me, and I'll think, oh my God, that guy smells amazing. I wonder what kind of cologne he's wearing. Do you know how many times I've walked over and asked him? 0. And I never, ever will. Because in my mind, like, you get a group of men together and you start, like, one of them acts kind of feminine, he's going to be branded a faggot until he either has sex with a donkey in Mexico or buys 2 hookers. And he's stuck with that until then, just like my herpes. But I'm afraid, like, I'm not capable of going up to that man because it does not matter how I walk up to him. I could walk up to him and, like, pardon me, sir. My name's Chris. How you doing? I'm just really inquiring as to that amazing fragrance you're wearing. It smells amazing. I would really like to know where you purchased it, how much it was. I'd really like to go get some. You know how it's going to sound to him? I want your smell. All over my baddie. I'm John Mayer in this joke. Just, by the way, I did not say it like that. That's how it sounds to him. He's gonna stab me, call the police on me. And the police are gonna show up like, what happened here? Like, what, sir, what are you doing? What, like, calm down. He tried to molest me. It's like, all right, sir, what happened? Oh, all I did was ask him what kind of cologne he's wearing. You know how it sounded to them? All I did was say I want his smell on me. Oh, I want it! Sir, all right, we've heard enough. We've heard enough. Sir, stand up. Stop bleeding. You are under arrest. That was going to be the end. I want to see if I can add something in here real quick. My fiance, who's also a woman, I've touched on this before. The other day, we were getting into it, and she was naked, which is what happens when you get into it. And she's like, close your eyes. Fucking right, surprise blowjob. Can't wait for this shit. And then, it didn't happen. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what is going on here? And then she's like, okay, you can open them. And I was like, no, that's not how this works. But I opened my eyes, and she's standing there in a sexy outfit. Now, don't get me wrong, it was amazing. I loved it. But after we're done, like 5 minutes later, after we're done, I'm sitting there, lying there. English for the win. And I was like, wait, what just happened? She's like, what? Why did you just do that? She's like, what are you talking about? Why did you just change into that outfit? I thought it would really turn you on. You know what would really turn me on? You being naked. Don't give me extra work to do. Whoever said that things are better when you work for them has never stolen anything in their entire life. That sounded weird. That kind of made it sound like I stole a sex. That'd be rape. And I could never be a rapist because I'm lazy. I'm not going to stalk somebody for weeks. I'm not going to, like, wait outside of a bar or a comic shop. I'm going to just go, like, to my next door neighbor and be like, oh, miss, please, pardon me. All right, could you stop screaming and put your legs on my shoulder so I don't have to work as hard? All right, thanks.